now that we've exhausted
Don't
all
blame
the
us,
conversation.
got out to do, you know what I mean? I'm enjoying this, actually, sitting down for 5 minutes. Nobody knows where they are. Afternoon, I'm Phil, we're at Strummercamp in Oldham Rugby Club. I've just ran away for 5 minutes to do some little interviews. I've just grabbed an old pal, Joe Solo, who's just performed an hour ago. 2 hours ago.
Like that.
It's Saturday afternoon. Joe's got to get off shortly, so we grabbed him. Just a quick chit chat about yourself, Strummercamp. I think everyone knows the reason we're here and what it's all about. We're in our 13th year. You've played a few times, obviously. Yeah, just catch up with yourself. Your thoughts on things and.
it's a good year this year because I greatly appreciate the fact that you put up a banner for Rankin Roger. You know,
yeah,
I saw that in the tent. I know it was the first person to agree to do your very first festival. I wanted to headline, and it's a real sad thing to see him pass this year. But what an inspirational bloke, and I'm really happy to see that banner up there because you know it's sad to lose a brother, and that's fantastic stuff. I love this place. You know, the spirit of it, keeping the music and keeping sort of Strummer's memory alive. You know, it's just a great feeling, great spirit.
The thing with Joe Strummer, I'm kind of always stressing to some people. Some people are just mad Clash fans, love Joe Strummer and all that. But it's more than that. To me, it's more about what he inspired. Yeah. And it's going to change as well over the years. You know, we're nearly 13 years, and we want younger people to come and mix, and you know, just talking about a mix of music. It's not a punk festival. No. It's a punk attitude, obviously. Because
I mean, Strummer was kind of like a cross between a hippie and a punk, wasn't he? And it was that way most of his life. So yeah, there was the punk rock thing of the Clash's first album, and then they sort of morphed into so many musical styles that, you know, anything out there could be inspired by the Clash, and it could be everything from jazz fusion to rap to rock and roll, you know. And it's important to get that message across that it's an all-encompassing, all-embracing thing, and it's about humanity, and he was about that, you know, about people. You know?
And honestly, that's what I wanted this to kind of represent. I don't mean, I just thought, no, that's the idea behind it. It's not just because otherwise we'd have 10 Clash tribute bands on all day and you know playing funk music on. But what you say about the Clash, Sandy East and that, it was before its time, wasn't it? It really was.
Yeah, way ahead.
Listen to it now and you still listen to it in a different way. You were doing this in 1980, you know. That world view of things.
Yeah, just soaking up different styles and chopping them up and channeling them back together again, and you know, having different people sing your songs on a record. You know, it's just you know, you get that a lot now, don't you? With collaboration, somebody will make an album and every single track is featuring. Yeah. But I mean, the Clash were even doing that ahead of the time, 1980. But yeah. I mean, there weren't many Clash fans who put Sandinista on in December 1980 and went, all 36 tracks on here are prime cuts. But it stood the test of time, really.
The critics slated it, and everyone believed it.
Yeah.
And it took years for people to be brave enough to say that. This is brilliant. You know, even Joe himself trashed it, didn't he? And then years later,
it was his favourite record. He always used to say his favourite Clash song was If Music Could Talk. Which is strange. But I really love Corner Soul off that record. I think that's a phenomenal song. But that whole record, apart from side 6, I still, you know, all these years later, I'm 50 this year, I still can't do side 6 or something. But that's for people who've got the vinyl. You know.
Side 6. Well, we've got the band on today, London Calling, who are a tribute band, who were doing the whole of London Calling now, playing the whole album. 40-year anniversary this year, obviously, so we're making a bit of a theme of that. But what they're going to do next year, I don't know. They did say, give me a rough rope last year.
You're going to have to give them a longer set, won't you?
Yeah, 3 hours. So yeah. But yourself, Joe, you're still, as people who might not know,
I'm still out there.
You're a proper troubadour in every sense.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. You know, we're living in quite hard times, so I'm doing the best to try and make music, help people who are struggling on the front line of austerity and things like that. So we're doing a lot of stuff for We Shall Overcome, raising food for food banks and cash and warm clothing and toiletries and sanitary towels and all the things that people need who are short of a few quid, hoping to get us over the line into better times. But every year it seems to get meaner, and every year the spirit on the street seems to get that little bit darker. We've got the threat of fascism this year, which, you know, Joe would have hated, because it feels almost, I mean, we're not, because we haven't got those mass National Front marches that the Clash had to sort of counter with the Victoria Park thing, but there's a lot of it out there. You do get a feeling we're not far off that, and we've got to counter that at every turn. So yeah, if you're given a microphone, you've got to speak up, and you've got to you know, counter the arguments, counter the narrative that seems to be sort of filtering through into the mainstream. It's been many things as the sort of the EU referendum and the Brexit vote, but the worst thing it's done is kind of lift the lid off a Pandora's box of racism and sexism and homophobia, and it's given people permission just to and that mean-spiritedness, that horribleness out there, that you need to counter that, and that's hopefully what I do with what I'm doing out there.
What worries me is about people, again, you believe what they read in the press, that this is happening, you just believe it.
It's a
when I go
strange...
and talk to blokes in the pub and they say things like that, you go, well, you're still working, I'm still working, there's nothing changed there, you're just believing that. And when you talk to people, that's...
But it's a real strange thing that they've got with it, because on one level they're going, you know, everything's shit, everything's rubbish, and you know, blah, blah, blah. You can't believe any of them, you can't believe anything anybody tells you, and the next thing they're spouting something that they've been told. You know, this is like massive contradiction split down the middle. They don't believe it, and yet they believe it at the same time. And it's that kind of that pivot that people like Farage and that play on, you know, that they know that these people might have, you know, slightly left-wing or just decent, ordinary people opinions, and they know that because there's a fault line runs right down the middle of society, they know they can pull a few people over onto their side, and it's a dangerous place for society to be, and they play right on that fault line, and like I say, you know, what music's got to do, what the spirit of Joe Strummer does, what the spirit of this festival does, is to counter that, you know, to say the opposite.
Bringing us back to why we're here, obviously, you know. You've got to keep doing things like this in yourself.
Yeah, you have to do, and sometimes it's a celebration of it because we live in better times. Sometimes it's a celebration of the past, and sometimes it's a reminder to people that you know we need to defend these values, and we need to go out there and fight for them.
And we hope people come along to this and you know, and walk away with a bit of something a little bit positive in their head, or inspired to go and do something. Which is what it's all about.
It is. I try and write songs about people, and about everyday people, and about the things that they come up against everyday stories of heroism and courage and bravery and things like that. The things that bind us together as a society, because it's important to hear those stories. So that's what my songs do. Hopefully people will go away from them gigs and with something in their locker.
Now you've got loads of CDs, haven't you? I don't know if you...
We do, but we don't need to do a cheap capitalist plug on them, do we? You can get me CDs if you want them. If you don't want them, you can stream it all for free on Bandcamp. joesolomusic.bandcamp.com. Just press play and you'll get like 30 odd years of recorded music for now. So don't trust capitalism. You can get it the socialist way now.
And your old band is getting back together?
Yeah, we're going to jump up and down the way that, well, not quite the way we did when we were 25, because I'll be 50 by then, but I can jump up. I'm more worried about landing. That's the thing.
Lithium Joe, how many years is it since you...
It's 19 years since we gigged, but we originally sort of decided to get back together for my 50th birthday party, but we've had so much fun that we're going to crack on, do some new songs and see where it goes. But yeah, that'll be good fun, making a racket again rather than, well, not that I don't make a racket, but you know what I mean.
A bigger racket.
Yeah, a bigger racket.
Right, you've got places to go, as ever.
I have,
It's a shame you can't stay for the weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately the road beckons. I'll be kicking it out there again tomorrow and the day after, and so it goes on and on. But I don't want to sort of like pull everybody down. I don't think times as dark as they are. While there's still events like this, while there's still voices out there willing to kick back against it, we will win. We will win.
Because you have to believe it.
People want a better world. You know, they just don't know how to get it, and they get sucked into negativity. But you know, we keep it positive. We keep fighting with that message. We will win through in the end. We will.
My phone's buzzing. I should be in 10 places, as per usual. That's Strummercamp. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Anytime, Rob.
Yeah,
Anytime.
We'll see you. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you next year.
I'll be back next year for sure, yeah. Thanks a million. Bye.
The arguments to counter, the race is yet to run, yeah, and it goes out to the faithful who don't sit around and round. This one's for the future, and yeah, the future needs us now. The future needs us now. The future needs us now. Rise up for tomorrow. The future needs us now.